Hey guys, I'll be talking on price elasticity today, or to be more specific, PED. It is under the chapter of price mechanism and its application under the H2 Economics A-level syllabus. So let's begin. PED measures how much the quantity demanded of a good responds to a change in its own price, assuming all other factors remain constant, what economists call ceteris paribus. The formula of PED is represented by the percentage change in quantity demanded of a good divided by the percentage change in the price of good. This ratio helps us quantify the sensitivity of consumers to price changes. So PED is represented by a myriad of values. Let's go through what some of these values mean. A PED of value 0 represents perfectly inelastic goods, where a change in price results in no reaction from consumers. For PED of value that is less than 1, it is relatively inelastic. When there's a change in price, or rather when there's an increase in price, the level of quantity demanded will decrease in a less than proportionate manner. For PED of value 1, the good is unit elastic. The change in demand will equal the change in price. For PED that is more than 1, the good is relatively elastic. The change in quantity demanded will have a large response to a change in price. And lastly, for PED of value infinite, the good is perfectly elastic. There will be an infinite change in demand. Some factors affecting PED are availability of substitutes. More substitutes mean higher elasticity. Necessity versus luxury. Goods that are deemed necessities tend to have an inelastic demand, whereas luxury goods are more elastic. Proportion of income. Goods that take up a larger income share usually have more elastic demand. And lastly, time period. Demand is more elastic over the long run as consumers find alternatives. Next, we'll be going through PED and its impact on total revenue. So for a good that is elastic demand, let's say the price increases. This will result in a more than proportionate decrease in the quantity demanded of the good. As you can see, when P1 is increased, or rather when P2 is increased to P1, Q2 drops to Q1, and thus this results in a decrease in total revenue, as the area P2 to Q2 is bigger than P1 to Q1. Next, for inelastic demand, when the price increases from P2 to P1, it results in a less than proportionate decrease in quantity demanded from Q2 to Q1. This will result in an increase in total revenue. Next, it will be on PED in government policy. So PED in government policy is applicable on tax and subsidies. When there's a tax and subsidy on a price elastic good, producers pay greater share of taxes but receive higher share of subsidies. For inelastic good, consumers pay greater share of taxes but receive higher share of subsidies. Hey guys, today I'll be explaining PED in league terms. So PED measures how much players will change their item choices when Riot changes the price of an item. It can be represented by a percentage change in the peak rate of the item divided by the percentage change in the price of an item. So let's say Riot increases the cost of static shift by 10% and its peak rate will drop by 30%. What can we call static shift? We can say that static shift is elastic in demand, as an increase in price will result in a more than proportionate decrease in the quantity demanded. Other goods that are elastic in demand can be considered easily swapped out if the price increases. For example, mythic items for ADC. If Kraken Slayer gets pricier, players will definitely switch to IE as they have multiple build paths. On the other hand, when we take a look at inelastic in demand, these are items that you still buy no matter what, even if they cost more. Examples will be control wards and boots. Control wards are super important to the game, so people will still buy them even if they are a bit pricier. They can be considered necessities of need. For goods that are perfectly inelastic, or a PED of value 0, these goods are goods that players will still buy, or rather items that players will still buy no matter how expensive they are. Let's say in some dystopian future, Riot makes the summoner spell cost gold. Junglers will definitely still buy them as it is essential to their role. That's all for PED. Thank you.